here we will have some interaction with you, so don't be shy, please. It will be very helpful for me. And let's start. First of all, how do you feel about this screen, layout? I will give you like 30 seconds. You can think, you can look at this, feel it. How do you like it? And then I will ask you to raise your hands. Just 10 minutes, 10 seconds more. Okay.
So hands away.
Let's move on. Who feel it?
I worried about how fast worked, but everything in interface about weight.
Cool.
Yeah, it didn't answer the question, so it's like fast, but totally different.
Also very sad. It's like dark, as if we're dying, not losing weight.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Animals, yeah, words. Yeah. So okay, let's raise hands. Thank you for your answer. They were awesome. I like them. Who feels it okay? Good. Great. And who feels it like strange, something weird with you? Yeah. Nice. And what do you think about these screens? You can I will give you like about again 30 seconds, and you can say your feelings.
So it's a survey for a funeral, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Which coffin do you like? This or that?
This is my app.
That's an idea, yes.
Okay, maybe someone wants to share. Okay.
The color of the button, so the clickable thing, same color as the selected one, so it's confusing as either the button or what.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm not sure the options is right because people answer what they think they prevented. Maybe it's actually you need to extract somehow more tricky. They put options, but it's not relevant.
Yeah. No, good answer. And someone was here. Yeah.
It's clear. Even if you have like color scheme, it's clear. It's not like you're confused. So
Okay.
I think that's positive.
Okay.
I didn't hear previous feedback, but I see that the options are deselected, and probably it's not good because the user can just skip it and not to go in.
Okay, thank you. And again, let's raise your hands just to divide you in the groups who feel it okay. Good, thank you. And who feels it like strange, wrong? Thank you. Now I will share my thoughts about it. It's like will similar with some of you. Yeah, actually on this screen everything works well. Buttons clicked, images shown. Yeah, technically everything's good. Yeah, but of course here's inconsistency of questions. We asking how fast we reach the goal, and the next part of screen is about weight. And to connect the question with the answer, I need to read this small subtitle. Yeah, it's strange. Also, of course, illustrations not really helpful. I feel like the cat feels bad. I don't know, he's shaking or what? Yeah, drunk maybe. Yeah. And this speed description looks like a disabled button. And when I saw the screen for the first time, I wanted to click and wondering what was wrong.
I'm clicking it, yeah.
Yeah. And one small thing from me, it's that continue button is has too heavy background in comparison with all other elements. And what to think about this screen? Again, actually, everything works good. Yeah, button clicked, but here is I see here inconsistency of between icons and text. For instance, here's lack of consistency, and the diagram doesn't show any luck. Yeah, it shows mountain. And here is from 0 to 2, but the dot is 1. It's just confusing, yeah, not really helpful. And I have a ton of such screens and examples, and this is what exactly happens when design and QA are not connected. So, who I am? I'm Valeria. I'm a QA engineer. I've been working in QA for more than 10 years. And I even remember times when I tested applications on iPhone 3. Do you remember iPhone 3?
I remember iPhone 1.
Currently, yeah. And the sentence.
The sentence dripping, yes.
And currently I'm working at SEMrush. It's the leading online visibility management tool. And I'm working in some special team. We develop a design system that helps all the SEMrush products be consistent, stable, and delightful for users. And today I want to rethink with you how we approach QA, shifting in from a final checkpoint to essential part of product life, product thinking. And I want to show the impact which these changes can bring. So let's move on. Sorry. Firstly, I want to tell you one true story from my experience. It's quite a sad story. Yeah, it started normally. Yeah, we worked on one application, and everything goes well. Yeah, designer created beautiful mockups. Developer developed everything according to mockups. QA tested everything, wrote tests, all passed, green tests. Whoa, we released, we were very happy. But the good feeling didn't last. And a week or two, I don't remember exactly, later in our room, comes said design director and says something is seriously off on iPhone 6 and iPhone 5. Your design system is gone. What happens with indents? What, guys, did you do? And then the product owner ran with alarming data, like 42 or 50% of users drop off from onboarding screen. They just don't pass. Guys, you have a bugs. We were very upset. We started investigate this problem on different devices, different iOS systems. Yeah, checked everything. All the team worked with these issues. Yeah, but actually at the end, the problem was, I will share with you, the problem was because the button looked like disabled and users were confused and they just dropped off. And the design didn't consider responsiveness on iPhone 6 and iPhone 5, and developer did his vision here. But the cost of these issues and problems was very high. We spent few days fixing these issues. The next release was late in 2 weeks, yeah, and the company lost lots of money. Here is just approximately a number, yeah, but can you imagine when whole team works 5 days fixing the issue, release delayed, and users drop off, yeah, it's big money. Here was another loss to the team motivation, because no one enjoys shipping work only being rejected later, and no one wants ready something that could be quite much more earlier during the process. You agree with me? Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we were upset. We did some retrospective, yeah, and realized why this happens. One of the reasons was that QA joined the process too late, just before release, and he didn't have enough time to consider all cases. Design didn't, as I said, didn't consider responsiveness on iOS 6 and iOS 5, and developer did his vision, like not. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it was clicked. Yeah. And here was some more issues. We didn't consider some device browser quirks, and some beautiful animation was broken. Yeah, and the problem was a lack of effort. Everyone worked well. All the team was a good team, good professionals. Yeah, but we didn't work together. And the quality was a final check, not as shared responsibility. And I saw such a lot of similar patterns in different places, and all these patterns led me to three like simple but fundamental axioms that I want to share with you, that I want to think with you. Let's move on and see three axioms, and a little bit more I will add after these three axioms. The first principle is fundamental. Of course, QA is not finish line. It's a part of product thinking, and instead of think, does this button just work, does it clickable, we should think, does it delightful for user, will user drop off from it, will it be frustrated, and such questions. The second axiom, that we stop seeing quality as a rigid pipeline. When designer hands off to developer, which hands off to QA, and so on, this approach creates a silos. I will talk about it more some later. And when we work in silos, the user experience, of course, breaks. So quality must be a shared effort, a continuous collaborative process during all the stages of product development. And the last thing, that QA needs to understand user journeys, business metrics, such drop-offs, conversions, retentions, and so on. And when we adopt such product-centric to TA, we shift our role from quality controllers, so we become like active contributors into user experience, user retention, and so actually all these metrics, all these QA metrics, I believe, like amount of bugs, amount of tests, coverage, it's like bullshit. This is real QA metrics for the product. And a bit more, it's about AI. Today we live in a very fast-paced world, and AI changes everything. It changes processes, it accelerates development, design, but at the same time it accelerates bugs and regressions, unfortunately. And the rise of AI doesn't reduce the need of QA. No, it increases it. It demands stronger, clearer, and faster QA processes than ever. So let's see how we can implement these axioms. And like our approaches, our visions. First of all, I wanted to say that this is a linear view. When we work like step by step, when design hands off to developer hands off to QA, then we test, make release. Unfortunately, this creates handoff mindset, and all the UI UX risks and issues appear in this silos. So we must break this silos. And today I'm lucky to work in an amazing team, and together we built a workflow that prevents us from tons of such UI UX issues that are very expensive and very annoying for users. Personally, we involved QA on the early stages before development. Also, we added strong crucial step, final design review after implementation. and added a lot of visual automation regression testing. Then I will talk with you step by step about each of these stages, this first, second, and third. Let's move on. First, let's start from beginning. When QA joins only after development, as I said, and will repeat 1,000 times, yeah, it's always too late because all the UI UX risks are already implemented into the into the product, in the code, in the architecture, yeah, and fixing them after development is quite expensive. So when a QA expert reviews the mockups, the design, he doesn't look at them as any static picture. Yeah? They see a future living interface, and they can imagine how user will interact with elements, how they what he will do, etc. And I will move on. And here's so much we can and we must catch all these issues on the design stage. And here are very helpful some checklists that we can consider in the design. I call this like a litmus test for the design. For example, in our team, we have such like checklist. What design should consider. This is accessibility, of course, about focus order, color contrast, and tons of other things. And believe me, fixing accessibility issues on this stage is 1,000 times cheaper than after development. I will not say about after release. Oh my God. Of course, it's about error scenarios, yeah, different validations, states like disabled, hover, focus states, responsiveness, mobile screens when user resizes, rotates, and so on. Localizations, date formats, currencies, and this checklist can be prioritized, of course, and it can differ depending on your product, of course. This is our example. Your product can consider few of them, yeah. Of course, it's feel free to adopt. And it's a litmus test, and if design passes this checklist, we can say that it's ready for development. So the good news that this shift doesn't need a lot of changes in your processes. You can start tomorrow from simple steps. Yeah, you can look at the metrics and select a few critical flows. You can choose critical flows, for example, from knowledge of your product. It can be login flow or purchase flow or anything else. What's the most important in your product? Also, you can see where in the metrics users drop off mostly. These places can be most critical. Or you can see on the amount of bugs which parts have more UI UX issues or which parts were redesigned more often. Or you can connect with other teammates. For instance, in our team, every product owner or developer can help with these questions. Yeah, which area is more critical. Then prepare such checklists. What design should consider in. And set up just 10-15 minutes design QA sync and review 2 or 3 critical flows together. Don't try to review everything at once. Even reviewing a few critical flows already prevent you from tons of bugs. The second is design review. Unfortunately, even mockups are perfect, are tested, which is already great and prevented us from tons of issues. Yeah, real products, of course, behaves and feels differently because they're alive. Yeah, they're different browser or devices specific things. Yeah. For example, different rendering or something else, different server responses. And design review after implementation, of course, prevents us again from tons of issues, which fixing here again is much more cheaper than after release. It's like true of life. Here, designer can feel the product. Yeah, here is the place where expectations meets reality. For example, I have such examples. When I send some feature to design review, I can, as a QA, can highlight which areas I'm not sure. For instance, I see that this is animation is okay, but it feels strange. Yeah, we did everything as described in requirements, but it's like feels strange. For example, on WebKit or other specific browser. And designer can pay attention. We have perfect designers, and they propose their some changes we fix, and everything looks much more better than before. Yeah, it's ultimate tests, and here we can find some tricky things. For example, that QA cannot understand as designer can. So again, these changes doesn't need a lot of effort, a lot of like changes in your team. You don't need to go to ABC level and say, oh, we need design review. No, you can start tomorrow. Again, you can prepare some, for example, design checklist. If your designer is not sure what to check, you can say, oh, let's check here like animations, transitions, and so on. Yeah, set up again design QA sync and review flow together. For instance, if you work on a new feature, now you can say to designer, if you're QA or if you're designer, you can propose to your QA, let's sync with you and look together on the real devices that are important for our product, this feature. And you can see the results. So if we already discussed about two powerful steps that reduce product issues, these steps like process steps, and now I want to talk with you a bit about speed, how we can speed up, because today world is very fast and we should release faster. So, of course, we can't rely especially on visual regression, on manual tests. So, of course, they slowly, expensive, and so on. So, what helps for us, it's visual regression testing. How it works, actually, visual regression tools for visual regression testing makes some baseline, has some baseline screenshots, and when we make some changes, they do new screenshots like actual and compare the actual screenshots with baseline and highlights deep. It's again makes development and testing faster, much more faster, and it can help in design review. For instance, in our project, we have a big design system with about 18 components with tons of accessibility states and so on, and we have about 2,000 visual tests. They run on 3 browsers. And can you imagine if QA will test it manually? Can you imagine releases will pass like weeks, months, I don't know. So we catch visual issues quite fast, and we can release even every week, but we don't do this. And the next level of visual regression testing, I just will say about this, and you can think the next level, but it's not mandatory. It's AI tools for visual regression testing. They just do these checks smarter. Yeah, they consider some context, they consider layout, understand elements, and reduce false positive cases. This is like a screenshot from Chromatic, but today we have like a lot of different tools depending on your needs, on your like efforts or costs that you can spend on them. Yeah. So it's about AI tools. Again, you can set up visual regression testing, like starting from tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe next week when you start from first 2 steps. So you can choose any critical flow, as I said before, based on metrics, some team's recommendations like developer, product owner, and so on your history, like redesigns amount. You can select tools that fit your product needs. You can choose from start any AI tool or choose any traditional tool like Playwright or Cypress. And create task for visual regression testing to implement it. It's simple step, yeah. And set up for the first critical flow. Just try and see how it speed up your process. So, as we wrap up, here are 4 key points to remember. First of all, let's see ideas and design before development. It prevents from tons of redo something, fixes, from any stupid bugs after development. Involve your designer in QA process. For instance, I have a QA test plan, and I have here one essential step. It's a design review. Everyone knows that we have this design review. You can do something like this. Speed up with automation. It's a really helpful tool. If you don't have it, think about it. I really recommend you. And don't blame people, don't blame your QA for mistakes, don't blame for bugs. Our goal is not to find who is doing wrong. Our goal is to create delightful, cool products for our users. So thank you very much. Here is my QR code on the LinkedIn. Let's stay connected. Let's build better products together. Yeah.